The global issue I chose was racism. This is because of in recent days we've seen a rise in revolts and protests against racism, and the Black Lives Matter movement have has really moved me deeply, and I sympathize with all the people who are protesting and who are mad at the system for not being fair with them. This issue is relevant to me because here in Mexican society, we often don't talk about racism. We think it's something that doesn't exist or doesn't happen, when in reality, it's something that happens every day, and people from indigenous communities and that look indigenous and are indigenous often face this racism. And not only the indigenous people, we also have Asian Mexicans, black Mexicans, many types of Mexicans we tend to ignore and are not represented whatsoever in media. After talking with people from different cultural backgrounds than mine, I now know their perspectives and now understand deeply that racism is something that happens in most societies and all over the world, and that we have to make a collaborative effort to abolish it. Really, I didn't have any changes in my perspective. It only reinforced what I knew and what I believed. Now I have evidence and proof that racism happens in all over the world. Not that it happens in Mexico, and it's something that we can't deny, and that we have to put our effort into abolishing it. After all this, I propose the creation of a law that makes it so that in every aspect of society there's a certain percentage of diversity. This is referring to companies, schools, governments, etc. Having a certain set equal percentage of people they can accept from many ethnic groups and backgrounds, in the same style that some American universities do. As well, there should be a law that penalizes racist acts and hate crimes against people from minority backgrounds. For this, there shall be a handbook that clearly defines what a hate crime against a minority is, so that things can be straight to the point and they can get away as easily. This proposal, if to be implemented, it will make me truly happy and fulfilled, because something I personally have always felt a lot of empathy towards these minority groups and the struggles they faced in life. More so after the Black Lives Matter movement that recently resparked in the past May after the merciless killing of George Floyd. By the inclusion of minority groups in society and offering them easier access to services, the many negative stigmas that people have towards them can be eradicated or largely reduced, and the people who get mad and commit acts of hate towards them will be punished, teaching society either in the good or hard way not to be racist. As well, by minority groups having easier access to education and jobs, the poverty that exists among these people can largely be reduced and help boost the country's economy. Overall, the largest negative I see to this proposal is the counter reaction that may be created by those who oppose the inclusion of people from other races in society. The reaction may provoke revolts and rallies, but those should decrease over time. I'd personally be the advocate for these measures to be placed at least in Mexican society. As well, I try to get as much following as possible. This to create a movement so that people and the government know about the proposal and that they consider it and eventually sometime put it in action. Thank you very much. Goodbye.